My people under the sea shall never end. You see this issue of Pastor David. The king is not letting it go. He is not letting it go because to him he felt that these people have insulted him to the core, and it is high time he do something about this whole situation, considering all that he have gone through in the process of trying to reconcile and bring back his wife and son into the palace. Yes, so because the king have gone through a whole lot. A lot of people have seen him as an enemy just because he wanted his wife and son to return back to the palace. We all heard what he went through during the time of the full moon ritual, how they gave him a list that normally he might not be able to meet up with it. All thanks to Iyanifa, who helped him to get most of the items and all of that. And right now they said the king is having serious wahala with the wives, all because of the same reason, trying to bring back his jewel back into the palace. And this is all that he has been, these things and more he has been going through, only for him to find out that the uncle, who is also a Yoruba man who understands culture and tradition very well, knowing fully well that the queen is still married to the king, and on no account should any reasonable human being be prizing a woman who is still under the coverage of her husband. Because whether you guys believe it or not, as long as the queen is still married to the king, she is still under his coverage. A lot of people would want to kind of avoid her because of the fact that they know that she is married to the king, especially those who understand the culture and tradition very well. When what happens to the queen in December happened, a lot of people said it is going to be settled. And at some point, the king wasn't getting involved. And that was when we heard that a lot of manipulations have been done to make him not to get involved. But the moment he got involved, you guys see that everything was settled, even though I believe that it is God Almighty who uses him to make sure that everything is settled amicably. That is because of the link that the wife still have with the king. Because whether you believe it or not, as long as Tadenikawa is involved, Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi still have a lot, together. So, and anybody who understands all of these things very well shouldn't have want to arrange marriage with another person without the queen's consent. And right now they said the king is very angry over this, just because he believes that as long as the queen is aware of that arrangement, that she should have told him about it. As a matter of fact, they said the other day that she went to the palace to beg him to please let go, that she didn't agree to their arrangement and everything. They said the king collected the queen's phone and dialed the number, and noticed that the Pastor David's name is in her phone. But we all know that they are co preachers, because they said the first time they met was in the uncle's house, and ever since then the young man have not removed his eyes from the beautiful lady. But it is the duty of the uncle to explain to this man that this lady is still married to the king, oh, remove your eyes, oh. But instead he went ahead to promise the man that they are going to help him get married to the queen. So these are the things that are making the king to be very upset. And the second time they said they met, it was in, I think, UK. They went for a program together. The two of them were invited. Maybe they exchanged number. You will not blame the queen. And for the fact that she did not plan to go ahead with that marriage, and she decided not to discuss it with the king, I don't think it's a problem. But maybe the king is expecting that she should tell him everything concerning people that are coming to her and everything. So the king is thinking that for the fact that I have been doing a whole lot to get you back into the palace, you are not supposed to hide anything from me, no matter how little it is. So now information have it that the king, who is very, very upset over this matter, have decided to invite both families, both parents, both Queen Naomi's mother and the father. We know that they are not together. So they said it was the mother that they first sent message. They said the king sent some emissaries to Akure to go and fetch the mother. And when the mother saw them, she knew that all is not well. I don't know if the daughter have told her what she have been. Okay, of course, she already know because they said the other day that the king went to Lekki Mansion to go and confront the queen over this issue. That day the king left in anger, not wanting to listen to the side of the story, to the queen's side of the story. And this made the queen to be crying so much, such that they said she locked herself inside and refused to eat. So when the servant called and tried their best to convince her to come and eat and she refused, they said throughout the night she did not eat. Then the next morning they called the mother. So the mother is aware of the situation on ground. So they said when the emissaries arrives her house in Akure, she was surprised because she believed that things have settled, that these two have settled their issue. And right now they said, due to the fact that when the queen left the palace, a lot of people were blaming the mother, saying that it is the mother's advice. How can she claim that she did not know that the queen is leaving? Why won't she advise her daughter this, that? And a lot of people also believe that she is the one who pushed the queen to go and marry the king and all of that. So with all of this, they said the woman is avoiding anything that will involve her in making decisions for the lady again, for the queen again. That the queen is old enough to make decisions for herself. So she's avoiding being part of their decision making. Now, when they called her and they say she called the father. You know, sometimes it's better to settle things between man and man because they say when they got to the palace, okay, the mother sent for the father to come, and they said it was the both of them who now went to the palace to go and answer the king. Upon getting there, the mother was just crying that the enemies have started again. Oh, she thought that things are getting better. Oh, she told the uncle that she's not part of that arrangement. Oh, this, that. And the king was like, why didn't you guys tell me? Why didn't you tell me so that I will know how to go about it? Because the king was so angry. Why would the uncle be sending him messages like, if anything happens to my cousin, I will do this, I will do that, and all of that. So they said the queen's mother is saying that they are not part of that arrangement. Even the queen herself said she doesn't want to remarry, that she wants to go back to her husband. And the husband is making effort to make that happen. And now they said the father was telling the king that he should calm down, that there is nothing they cannot settle. After all, they all know how the king have tried as much as possible, all the sacrifices that he have made to bring back his wife and son into the palace, that they are not in support of the uncle's actions and all of that. But it is looking like the king's anger is too much that he doesn't want to listen. He only called them to caution them, to let them know that he is going to show the uncle pepper if the uncle did not desist from trying to bring problem between him and his wife. That is what we are hearing, if the information is true. But don't forget that these are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up and share the video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.